Hey everybody. So there's an article in the Lynn item about, it says Downing pulling the plug on SCTV show. Now Al Donato keeps commenting on there and he's talking about, I told you so, you should have been nicer to the right people. Just a lot of bull crap, and below you're going to see a link to that article so you can see for yourself. But the biggest reason that I've always gone against the Branch Manoogians and all their cohorts, why when I chose sides in the beginning of the show, was to either choose sides with the normal people or the Branch Manoogians. It was a pretty easy pick for me. The Branch Manoogians are people who are the main reason that only 17 people applied for the town manager's position in Saugus, whereas in Swampscott and Nahant, over 70 people applied. People know. They know about the people in Saugus and the way they dog the government. And, they don't dog it in a good way. Al keeps pointing out how he was pointing out what was wrong with Saugus. Well, point it out, and if you found something wrong, what did you do with it? You didn't do anything with it. You just keep saying, I told you so. If you found discrepancy somewhere, take it to the Attorney General. Take it to the Ethics Committee. There's plenty of places to go as a town meeting instead of just sitting there brooding and then saying, I told you so after something's been out. Again, I'm going to wait for the audit, and if we were really duped by the town manager, I'll admit it. I'll admit that I was wrong and I was taken. I've been wrong plenty of times in my life, so that's not hard for me to do. I'm not just so thick-headed to think that everything that I say is right. But to point out what I'm talking about, in the story, Matt Tempesta, the reporter for the item, went to talk to Dever and Malone about my show being off the air. Well, Dever never responded, but Barbara Malone had this to say. Malone declined to comment on Downing ending his show, saying she's never watched it. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is somebody complaining about my show, about civil discourse, but saying they've never watched it. So how can you find fault with something that you've never seen? Are you just glomming on to Dever because you're friends and you want to support her? How can you have anything bad to say about the show and speak up at SCTV meetings when you don't even know what you're talking about? That's the problem with the Branch Manoogians. So when this stuff further goes into the news and we get the audit out, everybody's got to remember that there are sides always taken on any issue. And if you're on the side that's not the Branch Manoogians, typically you're going to be right. So Barbara, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.